What's up? Hi, Joanna. What are you doing? Happy autumn. It's my favorite season. What's up? Well, we're getting some people in here. What's up with everybody? I got sunburnt. Can you tell? From Newark, New Jersey. I've been there before. Matter of fact, I know some people there. I'm sending you love back from Tennessee. Tennessee love. Did I like Newark? I'm going to have to say no. I mean, nothing like really bad happened to me there, but it just doesn't seem like a place I would want to live. A lot of drugs and crime, and I want to be out in the country somewhere. I want to be somewhere I can run around naked. Nobody's going to care. So I had some friends come over Saturday. And we went out. I went out on their boat with them and got burnt all to hell. And they came back and they tied their boat up to, to my boat slip, the dock here. And they went home, and I went to my parents' house. And I woke up the next day when my phone was blowing up, and it rained really hard, and the rain came right down off the roof and poured into their boat and almost sank their boat. But all my neighbors ran up and saved it for them. So that was interesting. Had a long day at work today. I was having to slap myself to stay awake. I tried to get in bed early last night, but I didn't go to sleep till later than I would have liked to. But I've been like binge watching these YouTube videos on how to use OBS. If you guys don't know what that is, that's what all the YouTube people use to make videos. It's open broadcaster software, and it seems like a little bit complicated, but I'm gonna figure it out. I thought about maybe like messing with it tonight after work, but I know it's been a few days since I got on here, so I wanted to say what's up to everybody. That's the all those notifications you keep hearing. That's the After Prison Show Discord. Well, I was hoping some more people would show up by now. We got some people just popping in and leaving. Guess we ain't crunk enough. What's up, Angie? How you doing? Oh, check it out. We're gonna have a live prison call right now. I'm gonna take this call and put it on speakerphone so you guys can hear. This is a Global Tel Link prepaid call from
Gary Maddox,
an inmate at Southwood State Prison. This call will be monitored and recorded for customer assistance, collection, or this should be interesting. Or to block future calls, dial 1-866-230-7761. Somebody showed up just in time. 7761. To hear the cost of this call, press 8 now. To accept this call, press. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Yeah.
What up, bro?
What up with you, guys?
Yeah, you're live on YouTube right now.
Oh, shit. Damn. What's up?
Tell everybody who you are. What's going on with you?
My name is Gary Maddox, and from South Jersey.
South Jersey.
I'm doing the 20 to life. I'm doing the 20 to life.
He was doing 30 to life, but he got some time back. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. There's somebody from Newark in here right now, actually.
Oh, yeah? Where they from at Newark?
I don't know. Where are you from out in Newark, Joanna? I know you ain't from 17th Street. She said, hi, Gary.
Tell her I said, what's up? How old is she?
She can hear you. I don't know. But, Clinton. She's from Clinton Ave, she said. Ain't that where Fat Sue? No, Fat Sue is from Avon.
Hey, yo, ask her if she know UG from 10th and 11th.
You know UG from 10th and 11th? Clinton and 11th. I was about to say, where's 10th and how does 10th and 11th? I thought maybe in between them two or something. UG from Clinton and 11th. Probably not. Right around the block, Avon. Yep.
How old is you?
I had a cellmate from there. Nah, she don't know him, bro.
What's up with you though? What's going on? Talk to me. I guess I called at a good and a bad time.
Right. Well, I really wasn't talking about nothing on this live. I was just doing it just because I hadn't done it in a few days. So I needed to make some type of content before I lose all my viewers. What's up, Jason Hauser?
What y'all talking about?
We really wasn't talking about nothing. So you kind of called that a good time, man. This make for tell us something good. What's tell them about how we met.
Never to come to Southwoods Prison. Never come to Southwoods Prison.
Don't ever go to 215 Burlington Avenue, Bridgeton. It's not the spot.
Hey, yo, what she said? She from Clinton and 11th?
No, she just said Clinton Ave.
She just said she from Clinton Ave.
Yep.
Clinton Ave. You don't know nobody. Yeah, that's just they live right now. They said Clinton Ave like 4 miles. Where at on Clinton?
I mean, she ain't trying to give up her whole location, bro.
She catfishing it. She catfishing it. Probably ain't even really her.
I don't know, man. My fans are real. We don't have no catfishes and trolls on my shit. This is all we're all thorough as hell over on this page.
I gotta bring some type of entertainment to the conversation. Yeah.
She said near Bergen Street. Man, I'm good, Jason. I just got home from work. I should be cleaning my house right now, but I just don't feel like it. So I decided to go live on YouTube instead.
What you do today, man? You had a good day?
Oh, man, every day's a good day to me, man. I'm not behind the walls of Trenton, New Jersey State Prison with a 35 on my face. Every day's good.
That's right. None of us got that shit no more, thank God.
Hell yeah. Tell everybody how we met. I already told him, I think.
Hey, yo, tell Joanne I said it. Tell her I just said it just got dark over there when she had the other day, didn't it?
She can hear you.
No, she heard me. Did she know that?
What, you mean like with a blackout? You said you mean like what? What do you mean by it got dark? Like they had a blackout or like the homies ran down?
It got dark over there. It got dark over there the other day.
Yeah. I think I'm picking up what you put down. Yeah. But yeah, it's
we gotta put something.
What you say? Go ahead.
We gotta put something together for the weekend like we did the other day too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that because Tennessee is a no-go for that. You know what I mean? We don't have.
That's all right. we gonna get whatchamacallit to do it. The same person that did it last time, so
Right.
I'm gonna just be on her, you know. You know what I'm saying? We gonna figure it out. I'm already doing my homework, so it's gonna work out.
I know plenty of people in other states, man. I know like some people that I actually trust. You know, I don't know that chick, and she already kind of seemed like she's not very reliable.
No good, you know. no good. So, but I ain't gonna hold you in the situation I'm in. It ain't forever, but.
Actually, Jason, I'm coming to Knoxville this Friday.
Say what?
A guy on my channel, he just told me if I come to Knoxville, hit him up, and I said I'm actually going to Knoxville this Friday. I'll be there.
Oh, all right. Oh, that's good shit.
I'm actually leaving work early to go to Knoxville this Friday.
What you going out there to do?
I'm going to meet one of the dudes from Korn, the band Korn. Like, I got a friend that's mutual, like, I got a friend and he knows like everybody in rock music, but like he's good friends with Brian Welch from Korn, the dude Head. And I've been trying to meet that dude for a couple years. I did. I made a video about it. Actually, I put the video on my YouTube channel. I was with that dude not too long ago. We went to a memorial service for the drummer from Stained. He was friends with him too.
That's good shit, yo.
But yeah, Jason, I don't know. I probably shouldn't put like my personal phone number on here, but I think my email's already on here.
Yeah, but don't put your number on.
But yeah, hit me up on Instagram, Valiant Thor 99. That's my Instagram, and I'll message you back and I'll give you my phone number. But yeah, I'm always down for a reading.
That's just spooky. That's just spooky, man. I don't know about that. Yo, I was just checking in, yo. I'm in and out. I come back out and eat. I gotta go send this mail out so I can get this legal shit done. Tomorrow, trying to get this comp time back. Wish me luck, man.
All right, bro. Good luck, man.
I gotta holler at the facilitator. Yo, the facilitator, that would be this place, right? The facilitator. That's the jail when they say that, right?
Fuck if I know, bro. What's up, Quantum Stellar?
All right, I'm gonna call. Yeah, yo, I come back out at 8. I'm gonna hit you at 8.
All right. Hey, Joanna says good luck to you too, bro. I love you too, man.
Hey, tell Joanna I said be safe, yo.
She can hear you.
I love you, bro.
Yeah, I love you too, man. Yep. Later.
Hey, yo, tell Joanna she can jump on my JPay if she wants. I'm holler at you.
All right, bro. Yep. Later. All right, yeah, just message me on Facebook then, Jason. So, I guess I've been thinking about doing a new video. Oh, you don't have Instagram? Okay. Yeah, Fedbook. I feel that. But yeah, I got a friend, man. He's been down like 20 years. Not the guy that you just heard. He had 30 to life, but he just got his sentence reduced to 20 to life, and he's got like 17 and some change in. So he's about to go home soon. But yeah, him and his brother's already out. And I'm actually waiting. His brother's at a halfway house, and I'm waiting on him to hit me up because I was gonna hook him up with Chad Marks and maybe Joe Guerrero. I'm gonna hook him up with all these prison YouTubers that I've been associating with. I'm gonna put him on too and see. I don't know. He's like a real quiet dude, so I don't know if he's gonna want to do interviews or start a YouTube page. You know what I mean? Start a YouTube channel or none of that. But I'm gonna at least try to get him to like maybe do an interview with me or come on my show or something. But I know Chad Marks wanted to talk to him. He wanted to interview him. They got a pretty wild story, man. So his brother's name is actually Jason, and he was like his mother. I mean, obviously you could tell that guy right there. Probably you could tell that he was a black dude, but his brother is a white guy. And his mom like left him at Walmart when he was a baby. And this guy who you just heard, his family adopted this kid. And anyway, they ended up getting like kingpin drug charges and sentenced to 30 to life, both of them. And I always felt bad for them guys, you know, because I used to do that same shit. You know, it was just like a by the grace of God, like, and that's another thing I used to think about, like when I went down for the charges that I went down for, like it was crazy because I didn't never mean to kill anybody, you know, and I felt like I didn't deserve that, but in my mind I was like, well, maybe this is just my karma coming back for all the shit that I got away with, because they could have locked me up and forever, you know, if I would have got caught doing some of the shit I used to do. But anyway, yeah, so his brother's out. He has a date of like 2027 right now, but he's trying to get some more time back, and I think he might get it off. But anyway, I got another buddy, and he's been down. I'm probably gonna make like a legit video. Hey, thanks, Quantum Stellar. About because I got his brief, like his legal brief, and I want to, like, once I figure this OBS, like I've been binge watching these YouTube videos on how to operate this for like days, and it can't be that hard. I always just make shit harder than what it really is for some reason. I don't know why. But as soon as I figure this OBS out, I'm gonna put his brief up there, and I'm just gonna like read it to y'all because it's crazy. Like they convict this kid was like 19 or 20 years old. He was young, man, real young. And somebody got murdered. Uh, it wasn't in Newark. I think it was in Irvington. But Joanna, if you're still with us, I'm sure you know where that's at. I believe it was in Irvington where it happened. Or it could have been Newark. Hell, who knows? But I was reading the brief, and I want to say it was in Irvington, New Jersey. But anyway, they had nothing to convict him on. Like all they had was uh, three dudes that testified. Yeah, Irvington. So they had these three dudes, and they all said it was him, but they never, like, they had a picture of the van that they were all in, and there was no pictures of him in it. They fingerprinted. They had everybody else's fingerprints that was all saying they were there, but they never had his fingerprints in there. And then, like, I guess one of them got a guilty conscience and came forward and was like, yeah, that was all bullshit. Dude didn't do it. And one of the guys that told was actually the shooter, and they made up the whole story about this dude even being there. He wasn't even nowhere to be found, but just because three different people told a jury that he was there, they convicted him, and he's doing life in prison, and he's been down like 20 something years. But I'm really hoping he gets out too, because he's a real good dude, man. Super good dude. But I want to do a video and just break down. I'll read you guys all the statements from the guys that said he did it, and I'll read you all the recantations, and like I'm sure I can make like a lot of good content just about like the people I know and like their cases. Like I was telling you about that dude, like in Trenton, man. Everybody is there for some wild shit. OBS select window, capturing the sources, and then the window you want to display. I'm gonna figure it out. Like I almost got on there and started to like make some practice videos with it today, like right now. But I was like, man, I gotta do a video because I'm afraid if I don't keep doing videos, people gonna unsubscribe to me or whatever, and I don't want that to happen. We got some people up in here. So yeah, once you guys like ask some questions or something, because that'll keep me talking. Like other than that, like I might just, I don't know what y'all want to talk about. I could just talk, but if you want to add your camera, add video source, select your camera. Well, yeah, I mean, I see that there's like scenes and sources, and I gotta figure it out, man. Oh yeah, man, the police will do you wrong no matter where you're at, really. I really used to look forward to fall when I was raising my boys. Me too, man. Like I've been had a pumpkin spice creamer in my refrigerator for like a month now. Every every morning when it's like cool, when it would be cooler out, I'd be putting that pumpkin spice in my coffee, pretending like it was fall. Um, Video capture device cam. I mean, I've got like I've got it set up and everything. I guess I just got to practice with it, the whole OBS thing. Um, and then I gotta like get. Well, I know how to do like the screen capture, so I'll be able to just like, I mean, capture my screen. I was thinking about like, there's a lot of like YouTube videos that I could do commentaries on, like Jumpsuit Pablo. All he does is talk about Wade Wilson all day, every day. I just seen some wild shit. This was on JD Delays. It was like a short of JD Delays, and this scumbag bitch from Kentucky uh, is facing the death penalty right now because she like sold her baby for drugs or something, and they did some unspeakable things to it, and it died as a result of that. And I don't really even want to talk about shit like that though, but it trips my mind. It really just, I don't even know what to say about that type of shit, you know. But it's crazy as hell. There's some real scumbags in this world. Media sources to display video. YouTube videos and video sources. What's up, Clinton? How you doing, man? Did I tell you I listened to that whole audio book on Towns Van Zandt? Did I tell you I had a Towns Van Zandt T-shirt? I should send that to you. Message me on how big a boy are you? You about my size? I wear 2X. If you can wear a 2X, I'm gonna send you a Towns Van Zandt T-shirt since you sent me that audio book. All you gotta do is send me your address in Facebook Messenger, and I'll mail you that shirt, bro. Bros. Quantum Stellar, you got Facebook? We need to link up. Maybe like we can do like a video uh, messenger call, like on video, or like Google Meet or something, and you could kind of maybe walk me through the OBS shit. I got one guy. I met him from the After Prison channel. He's where I'm on Discord with him. Nice. I like that name. Autumn is a nice name. I've always liked that name, and I always liked the season. Super Dark Balls. I would have thought your name would be like Frank or something with a name like that. But I could tell a story about a girl named Autumn. She was a stripper. She looked like Halle Berry. Hey, Norma, what you doing? Me too. It don't really feel like fall just yet, but here in a couple weeks it will. You want me to tell it, Clinton? All right. I probably shouldn't tell this on the internet, but why not? So, I was about 19 years old. My cousin's name is Mariah. I hate to hear that about her. I'm sorry, bro. Um. Okay, so I was about 19 years old, and when I was 19, like I lived at the strip club in Lansing, Michigan. Uh, and I think I think I kind of maybe I alluded to this story, but I don't know if I told like the whole thing. But no, I think I did tell it. I went over there to like drink to Canada to drink when I was 19 years old, and ended up taking some ecstasy at this rave club, the after hours club, and like just like blacked out. And I woke up and I'm in the back in like the manager's office, and they were asking me if I had taken any drugs, and I'm like, nope, nope. And this is crazy, man. This is a wild ass story. But I guess a lot of my stories are crazier than hell. But I don't know what I said to these guys to make them think that I was cool enough to like pull out a plate full of. They had a plate with just probably hundreds of ecstasy pills on it, and they're like, okay, well, and that because I told them I didn't take any, and then they pulled a bunch out. And so, long story short, I ended up like getting cool with these, like the guy that ran this techno club, and ecstasy was super cheap at that time. This is like in the year 2000. This is 24 years ago, and it was really popular in the United States, and it was, you know, like $25 a pill, $30 a pill sometimes, and I could get as many as I wanted over there for like $6. So I would just go over there and get a whole bunch of them, and then just sit at the strip club in Lansing, Michigan. And one night I was like going in there, and they had this store like next to it called the Love Boutique. And I don't know how they got away with this scam, but like when people would give those girls a tip on a credit card, they wouldn't let them have the money from it. You're not missing nothing, bro. Like it's whack. Drugs are whack, unless it's like natural, like marijuana or psilocybin or DMT. I won't mess with it. Uh, but yeah, ecstasy's not cool. I mean, the MDMA stands for like methyl diethyl methamphetamine, and anything with methamphetamine in it is not good for you. But anyway, I didn't know that yet. I was just a kid, uh, and all I knew is it was like super popular. Everybody wanted to do it. And but anyway, I would just go post up at the strip club, and I could turn $1,800 into 7,500 in a week. So I thought I was the shit. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. Like LSD, like you can get a bad batch of that shit and get real fucked up, but I ain't never heard of nobody having a bad batch of shrooms. But yeah, LSD does come from bread. It comes from ergot, which is a rye. It comes from rye bread mold. It's a mold that forms on rye bread. Um, but anyway, I'm staring at this girl's butt, and like she looked just like Halle Berry too, and she turned around and like caught me like looking at her butt, and I just kind of smiled at her and walked off. And then the next thing I know, she was like, "Hey, a bunch of us are going to Annika's house after the club closes down. And this is at 4 a.m." She's like, "You want to come with me?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So I went home, brushed my teeth, took a shower, because I already know what time it is. I would go home, get ready, and then I come back at 4 a.m. and poop on lawns. I can't get that high off mushrooms. I like when the first time I did them, I got wasted. But like anymore, like I'll do like 10 grams and crush it all up and soak it in lemon. I mean, sure you probably heard of lemon tech, but I will soak like 7 to 10 grams in lemon juice and then just swallow the whole thing. And I mean, yeah, I get high from it, but I don't get like I ain't pooping in no yards. I just put on like Viking drums and just breathe and like meditate and like listen listen for the gods to send me messages. Um, but yeah. Anyway, long story short, that girl Autumn, she ended up setting me up to get robbed. But I kind of fucked her over too. Like I almost don't blame her. Like I did something that I shouldn't have done to her. So like her baby's daddy got out of prison, and I got cool with the guy, and like he was always asking me, he's like, "Well, so how do you know her? How do you know Autumn? You never smashed?" And I would be like, "Nah, nah, nah, nah." And I kept telling him that, and he would always ask me, no matter how many times I told him, "No, I never did." He would always keep asking me. And one night, I was getting drunk with the dude, and it was New Year's Eve, and he asked me again, and I was just like, "Yeah, bro, I did." And he was like, "For real?" And I was like, yeah, man. So yeah, I told on her, and he like went and picked her up from the strip club that night and beat her up, and I felt super bad, but I got cool with this dude, and I just couldn't lie to him anymore about it. And but yeah, I don't know, it put me in a bad situation. But yeah, that's the story with Autumn. That was a long, long time ago. But anyway, hearing that name Autumn, that made me think of her. Old people harvest it and sell it that way. Uh, I gonna take 2 grams lemon tech. Yeah, I do like 7 to 10 grams lemon tech. And like different strains have like different effects too. I had this one strain, like I went to there for a little while. I was like into going to karaoke. Karaoke. I would go to these karaoke. Well, it's a pool hall, but they have karaoke on certain nights, and like I would go up there. And I remember this one night I ate a bunch of shrooms, and I was like almost like heroin, man. Like I couldn't keep my eyes open. I was like nodding out, and I remember there was this lady there, man, and she sang "Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me" by Elton John, and that shit made me cry, dude. Like it was the most magnificent thing that I had ever heard, and I actually like kind of got to know that lady a little bit after that, and she told me like she's like mostly deaf. I think she's like legally deaf. She can hear barely just a little bit, but um, she had the voice of like an angel, dude. She had like perfect pitch, and I don't know. I mean, I guess like how bats do it, like vibrations, echolocation. Like she can feel that shit, but it's nuts. Like one of the best singers I ever heard in my life was deaf. Um, I'd like to go back there and hear her sing again. Yeah, I wish I could say I only tried heroin once. I was on that shit, but I never stole anything from anybody. I never lied to nobody. Um, but yeah, I spent several years and I guess you could still say that I'm a recovering opiate addict now, because I still think about it sometime. When I got a root canal the other day, and if I had been close to somebody with like a Suboxone or something, I would have done a Suboxone. Nah, man, like that's just what heroin does to you. It makes you puke. There for a long time, if I didn't throw up, I would feel like I got robbed. Like that was what I wanted to do. I wanted to puke. That's isn't that nuts? But yeah, I don't really like I watched this show the other day, and it was something that I watched like 20 years ago. Yeah, you don't want to try heroin, man. If you've made it this long without it, that's a can of worms you don't want to open, because it's going to change your life and not for the better. Yeah, I mean, basically, it's a lot like hydros, but hydros are just a uh, it's the same type. It makes you itchy. It's an opiate, but hydros is like a Tylenol compared to that. Yeah, yeah, morphine was always pretty weak to me too. But so when you do heroin, your body metabolizes it into morphine. So if you're active in like heroin use, morphine, you're not gonna really feel it. Yeah, hydromorphone. Actually, I did that before I ever even did heroin, I think, or I don't know, maybe not. But I remember, yeah, that's dilaudid, and I have an extremely high tolerance to those, and like those blue Roxy 30s. But anyway, I watched. Hey, well, white boy. I watched this old documentary the other day called "Dope Sick Love," and the last time I watched it was with my girlfriend, who's now dead. And it's crazy because all they do is shoot heroin and smoke crack throughout the whole documentary, and do gay shit to get drugs. Um, but like I was watching that and like it was literally like making me want to throw up. Like I don't need to be watching shit like that. Like that's a chapter of my life that I don't ever want to revisit. Oh yeah, I was on Clonopin. I'll tell you a story about that. This shit is funny as hell, or I think it is anyway. I don't. You guys may or may not think this is as cool as I do. But so I was in Sussex County Jail in New Jersey, and I fill out a psych doctor slip. You know, requesting to see the psych, and you have to give it to the nurse. And it was like the boss lady nurse. You know, and she looked at it, and she said, "What do you need to see the psych for?" And I said, "Well, not that it's any." She was always a real bitch too, just like having like this go to hell look on her face, and just she had a bad attitude. And really, it ain't. She's not supposed to even ask me because that's it. That's between me and my psych doctor. It's none of her business what I need to see the psych for. But she asked me, and I said, "Well, it's really none of your business. But if you want to know so bad," I said, "I want some Xanax." she, you should have seen the look on this lady's face. She was like. She said, "We don't give that here. That's a street drug." And I said, "Well, I'll take that up with my mental health provider if you don't mind." And so she gave me that go to hell look and took the slip, you know. And about 2 or 3 days later, they called me on the intercom, "Gentry, you got a psych visit." So I put on my orange jumpsuit and I go down there and I walk in. There's this little old lady with eyeglasses on sitting at a table, and I walk in. She smiles. And I sit down and she's like, "Hi." And she's like, "How can I help you?" And I said, "Well, I've been thinking about it, and I want to get on Xanax." I said, "I'm an innocent person accused of murder, facing life in prison for some shit that I ain't even guilty of." And I just got to thinking, like, if you don't make that shit for me, then who the hell are you making that for? You know what I'm saying? Like, and the lady was like, "Well, I guess you got a point." Wrote it down, a Prozalam 0.25 milligram. So the next morning, I wake up and they holler for the nurse, and it's that same head nurse lady, that old bitch. And I walk up to the cart. "Hey, what's up, D Hartgroves? How you been, bro?" So I walk up to the cart, and this lady, she flips open the little book, you know, to see what medicine to give me, and she sees that a Prozalam 0.25 milligram, and she just looks at me like she wanted to kill me. She was so mad that they put me on Xanax. And then like of course, every couple of weeks I drop a slip and say, "Yeah, it ain't working no more. I need bigger ones." So it wasn't but a month or two till I was on 3 Xanax bars every day. And then when I got to prison, they switched the Xanax over to Klonopin. But yeah, whoever said Klonopin, that made me think about that story. Hey Deb, I'm sorry I haven't recorded your song yet. Um, D, that don't sound like you're doing too good. If you guess, this is the way I look at it, man. Every day that I'm not behind a wall, behind some old 16th century fortress, stone block castle walls, eating fucking cat food, getting talked to like an asshole by some punk ass dudes that would never talk to you like that unless they had a radio with a whole gang of people to come back them up. Like, I remember that shit, and I'll never forget it. So that's another reason why I want to make this channel too, so that I want people to kind of like live vicariously through me. And because most people, they don't realize how bad that it could be, or like a lot of people. I'm not saying that you're one of them, but I'm just saying a lot of people, like, you don't know what you got till it's gone. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys could look and hear where I've been and my stories and all that, like, I'm hoping that I could give you all the appreciation for life that I have. Yeah, there's plenty of people in prison for drugs and alcohol. Probably the majority of people are there for drugs and alcohol. But I am going to record that song for you, Deb. I just want to do it. I really was trying yesterday, and it just wasn't coming out right. So I decided to do it later. Um, oh, well, I hate to hear that, D. Um, I hope that works out for you, man, and just be strong, bro. I heard that they give out plenty of like Suboxone and stuff in New Jersey prisons now. Like anybody can get it. Matter of fact, you can get it in Ohio. There's a lot of states where all you got to do is say, what do they call that? The MAP program. Oh, I'm not going to forget. It's definitely on my list of things to do. I want to do it really good, you know. Is it MAP or MAT? But I definitely got you, Deb, for sure. And I even put like when I was recording it, I was like, "This is for Deb." I was gonna put it on the title to the video and everything for Deb. Oh, I haven't told you guys this. So you guys know I'm friends with Kai the Hitchhiker, and somehow this dude knows more about technology than I do, and he's been incarcerated for the last 10 years. But he told me about this website called Fiverr. So I got on there and I got some YouTube pro, and I just paid him a bunch of money to like help me with my YouTube channel. So fixing to find out if it was money well spent or not. But I'm hoping it's worth what I spent. And he's the guy's supposed to be helping me out with it. And I know another little secret, which I'm going to share with you guys. But I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this. I sent these books to a girl in Ohio prison, but she read them and then sent them back to me. But Chat GPT is the shit. And I've been like Chat GPT can help you write songs. It'll help you make a YouTube page. Like I've been talking to Chat GPT, like, look, help me, and Chat GPT done spit me out like a blueprint, like a outline and everything of like to make content. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna do, stick to the Chat GPT suggestion and follow them guidelines that give me plenty of ideas for content. Because I get like stuck. Like, well, what do I talk about now? But if I just go by that guideline, I could. It kind of watch this. I'll show you. Steak sub and a salad. That's what's up. I uh I just stopped eating bread. I'm trying to like try and we'll see if it works or not. But I've been trying to like cut off all bread and like sugar and everything. But I just made cheeseburger wraps with baked beans with a chopped up onion and some brown sugar in it. Chat.openai.com. So I'm going to show you guys how cool Chat GPT is. Help me make a YouTube channel about a man who was convicted of homicide and sentenced to prison for 35 years, but was exonerated by a jury after winning a new trial on appeal. So watch this. Boom. Concept and theme, channel name, choose a compelling name. I already did that. We already got the name. But content ideas, your story, legal insights, interviews, life after exoneration, awareness and advocacy, video structure. Like Chat GPT is badass. Production quality. Like I probably could have saved the money that I just sent that dude, but I figure it's worth a shot. Oh yeah. It can write songs for sure. I already done had it write a song for me about summoning a rich lady with a moon spell. I didn't think the song was all that good though, but it definitely wrote me a song in like a half of a second. Did you guys watch that video that I made? She watched that video. The lady I made it about. I haven't talked to her since either. Um, she's good. She's laying right here next to me. She's still having them skin problems, man. I've been putting like this horse medicine. I've been putting this on her because this is what Reddit said. Like I Google image search the pictures of her, and I found lots of pictures on Reddit of the exact same thing, and everybody says to use this stuff, mane, tail, and groom. Um, and I give her like salmon food, this stuff. And I give her 2 of these every day. No, it's not shampoo. It's just like some oily, greasy stuff. But this was $20 at Walmart, and I just saw them at Aldi's for like $5.99. So I messed up by not buying these from Aldi. Aldi's a bomb ass store. I've always loved that store. And we're getting a few people. Well, somebody just came in and somebody left. So somebody else left. Quit leaving, y'all. Nah, it's cool. You ain't got to stay. Um, what do y'all want to talk about though? Ask me some questions. Right. I think that is true. Um, because the last time that happened, it was in the summer too. I do have lots of good stories. If we sit here, I don't know, we could probably talk for the next 20 years, and I would still think of things. Um, but do you guys want? Y'all don't want to ask me no questions. I'll ask you questions. How about that? Do you guys watch Jumpsuit Pablo or JD Delay? I've considered it before, D. Um, didn't seem like it worked out too good for Joe. Um, like there was like the housing boom, man, down here in Tennessee about 5-6 years ago, and if I had bought up a few houses back then, I would have made some serious money because our real estate is like doubled in value in the last 5 years. Um, but right now, I mean, I guess yeah, technically I could do it because I've got some money. I've got like down payment. I don't have enough to just buy houses flat out, but I've got money to finance them. I've got down payments and good credit. So I guess technically I probably could get into that if I wanted to, but it's just I don't know, man. Like how like they want $100,000 for a beat up trailer here now, you know, and I'm not the most handiest person. That's what's up. I saw part of Joe's live about Wade Wilson. I didn't see the whole thing, but I did watch part of it. I've been listening to a lot of Wade Wilson shit because that's all jumps. I just found out about Jumpsuit Pablo like a couple weeks ago, but I don't listen to him a lot, but when I do, that's all he's ever talking about is Kiosk Kristen. Um, but that is pretty wild. Like he's like talking all gay with that dude, and then talking to all them girls, and that's all he does is asking for money. and laugh. The dude is so annoying, man. His fake ass little laugh, and that's all he does. I just want to like reach through the TV and just fucking strangle that dude. Well, but so yeah, I guess I was watching these other dudes for just like um ideas, what's working for them. I mean, obviously, Jumpsuit Pablo, like he's got like 250,000 subscribers, and all he does is, I don't even think he's really all that funny, like, but he makes his little jokes, and people seem to like him. Um, but I got that Ian Big thing coming up. A little bit nervous about doing that, but I appreciate that, man. Hopefully, I don't know. I mean, that seems kind of weird though, to be like, to have all those people, all that many people watch. It's weird enough to be talking to 13 people right now. You know what I mean? I can't even imagine talking to 13,000 or 130,000 or a million people. You know, like, hey, thanks, D. Yeah, I saw you. I saw that you commented on that video. I appreciate that. Yeah, I didn't like. So really, probably the Matt Cox interview. That's probably the most in depth one that I did, because I talked all about the psychics and all that shit on there. I didn't mention none of that on Joe's interview. I didn't mention that in Chad's interview. Um, I don't think he really wanted me to say. That's why I kept the whole story about leading up to it, how all that happened. I didn't. Um, I didn't really go into it because Chad said that he doesn't even like to interview people that's already been on other people's shows, but he liked my story. So pretty much I kept it as short and to the point as I could. And then I told about some stuff that I hadn't told on anybody else's channel, because he asked me, like, he's like, is there anything that you haven't said on anybody else's channel? And I told him, like, yeah, well, actually, yeah. And I don't even think I said on his thing that I went back to prison. I just said that I almost died. Like, them people tried to kill me or whatever. But I actually went back to prison. Like, yeah, I stopped selling drugs right then when they tried to kill me. But then a year and a half later, they came and arrested me on a warrant. But that's a wild story. I hate to admit that, but the truth hurts. I beat myself up really bad about it, and you guys heard me talk about I'm friends with one of the jurors, right? That lady Lisa, and she I can't remember if I wrote her first or if I had my girlfriend call her and tell her that I was sorry, but I felt like such a piece of shit, that she fought for me to get my life back, and then I just pretty much wiped my ass with it. And by the grace of God, I could still be locked up right now. But I felt so terrible, that I had done that, and she still fucks with me. Like, she still loves me, man. It's crazy. Yeah, yeah. I thought, like, when I first did the first part of the Joe Guerrero, the After Prison Show interview, and I made my YouTube, made my channel, I talked to her, and she said she would be on it. She said, because I was telling Joe, I was like, man, I think that would be an awesome interview to have me and my juror on there and doing an interview together. And she said, yeah. She said she'll do whatever I want her to do. But I haven't called on her yet. Like, hey, you ready? But she told me anytime I needed anything from her, she's got me. Like, yeah, that lady, she loves me, dude, and I love her. It's crazy. It's wild. That's mind blowing to me. I'll never forget the first time I laid eyes on her. I was sitting in the bench, in the courtroom, and I'm picking a jury. She was the very, very, very last person of the jury pool. They were if I didn't pick her, they were going to have to call in 50 more people. You want me to call her right now? Um, that would be pretty cool. Maybe I should text her first. Just like she's probably a little bit younger than my mom. She's older. We could make a hell of a video though. Me and her just reminiscing about the trial. It was like a life-changing experience for all of the jurors. Like they all became friends together. Right, right. All right, I'm gonna text her and see if she wants to come on here. My mom is 64, I believe. Yeah, my dad was born in 57. OnlyFans link. Um, I don't think that's still on OnlyFans. My ex, she took it down, so I don't think it's on there anymore. Oh, you want my OnlyFans link? I don't have an OnlyFans, but I'll make one for you if you want me to. If you're paying. Oh hell yeah! Thanks for coming, bro. I'm starting to think you didn't love me anymore, Abby. I've did like 3 or 4 lives, and you ain't been here. You've been cheating on me. You've been watching somebody else's live. You want to see my hair down? It used to be hella cheap in Tennessee. Uh, yeah, you better not be watching Finally Free, Abby. Um, Only Felons. Um, it used to be. Well, it's still cheaper in Tennessee than New Jersey. Hey, thank you, Joanna. There's a whole bunch of people from New Jersey and Tennessee right now. That's why our property values doubled, because everybody from California, New York, and New Jersey has been like flooding here for the last several years. You don't think I should cut it? I don't think I should cut it either. I don't want to cut it. My dad, like when he bailed me out during my second trial, he told me if I wouldn't cut my hair, he was going to revoke my bond and make me go back to jail. I said, all right, do it. This is, so I told you I went back to jail. I shaved my head bald uh, June the 11th, or no, was it June the 19th of 2000, or no, yeah, 2019. I shaved it bald and turned myself in to do a 10-year prison sentence. So this is like 5 years worth of hair right here. When I was in prison, I had 7 years. I didn't cut it the whole time I was in prison either. So it was longer than this. I kind of want to like dread my hair really, but I'm afraid I won't like it, and then I want to cut it off. But I hate like brushing my hair. I have to brush it like every morning before work, but that's the only thing that sucks about it. Yeah, I do need a higher ceiling. Yeah, my head touches the ceiling in here. I have to like kind of squat down just a little bit. Come on down, Joanna. I am 6'2". She's sitting right beside me. Baby, come here. They want to see you. Come here, baby. Get up here. Do you guys see her neck? Her neck. It looks like something bit her. Looks like a big ass dog, like bit a chunk out of her neck. But that's just her skin allergies, I guess. I don't know what else to do. Yeah, BB is super lazy, man. Oh, she got out today. She's too lazy to run away though. But I knew she was out because I got a surveillance camera on this, and it kept going off, and so I checked it. BDS, no, those are dog leashes. I mean, I guess you could use this for BDSM. I may or may not have seen a girl on a dog leash once, but I didn't do it to her. What do you give them? Apoquel? Oh, there goes BB. But yeah, BB, I could have swore that I'm not blushing. I'm sunburnt. Um, I could have swore that I latched both doors to this houseboat this morning, but somehow she got out and she was out there running around. But she's a good, like, what kind of pill? What are you asking? Cold hard truth? What kind of pill? I asked. Probably Apoquel. I paid like $200 to get her that, and it didn't. I don't think it helped. Abby, you still here? Where you been? Yeah, I got the best dog in the world, for sure. I don't know if I'll ever be able to get another dog after BB's gone. I spent so oh there she is. I spent so much money on that dog, y'all would not believe. On vets, like that's what's up. Keep on keeping on, Abby. Um, like she ate rat poison once. I had to take her to the emergency room. That was $600. I tried to breed her there for a couple years, and getting you have to test their progesterone levels to make sure it's the right time to inseminate them, and that's a couple $100 every time. And you got to test it like 3 days in a row. So I've literally spent probably over $10,000 on BB, but it was worth every penny of it. She's my best friend. Hmm. I've got. I wonder. I've got prednisone. It's for me, but I wonder what would happen if I gave it to BB, if it would help her. I mean, I know it ain't gonna hurt her. Maybe I should give her that prednisone. Man, today was a rough day at work, man. I was sleepy. I just wanted to go home and curl up and go to sleep all day long. Hmm. So I've been selling some clothes on Poshmark. I just sold 2 shirts. My shirt is still white. I actually dripped balsamic vinaigrette on it, but I washed it off. No, not really. Not compared to what rent is around here. Like this is one of the more expensive places to live. Just for like a probably a 1 bedroom apartment, it's probably 2 grand a month to live here, and I pay $455 a month. Oh no, what did I do? Uh, what the hell? I know I didn't turn this off. Son of a bitch. What's this? I really suck at computers. What in the fuck? I don't know if you can still hear me or not, but I pay $455 a month plus electric. Motherfucker. Oh, there it goes. My bad. Yeah, I thought I turned it off. I just closed the window out. I'm back now though. But yeah, I pay $455 a month plus electric, so it's like $500 a month, and I own this boat. So, um, does my job pay good? Well, I'm in a union, so like I make $30 an hour. Um, I just got like 2 of my friends in the union with me in the Teamsters union. Yeah, I mean, what this boat? It's not even a 1 bedroom. I guess you would call it a studio. Like my kitchen, I got a little kitchenette here. I got a dresser and a TV here, and a full size bed right here, and a dresser here, and a little shoe rack here, and an air conditioner. And there's a bathroom right in there. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's not too bad. Like the cost of living has went up. Like years ago, it was really good. Yeah, yeah. I live at a marina. Yeah, it's I pay like boat slip rental, but I was spending I was spending more on gas driving back and forth to work than I pay in rent here. Um, like I was driving a Lincoln Navigator, and I'm from like it's about 75 miles from here. This boat, no, I don't. You can like I could put an outboard motor on it and drive it, but I don't want to. I'm afraid I'll sink it or something. Yeah, I think minimum wage is like 7.25 or something. But I thought that was federal. I thought minimum wage was a federal thing anyway. But nobody pays that anymore because the cost of living is so crazy around here now. Like when I was in college, I had a 2 bedroom apartment that was nice as hell, and it was 400 a month, and that was in 1999. How hot did it get there today? Actually, it wasn't as bad today as it has been. Like last week, it was up. It was like 100, like 99, 100 degrees. Today, I think it was in like the high 80s. I did not go to the Bluebird Cafe. Still, I've never been there. I always talk about going, but still haven't been. I'm going to. I'm definitely going to one of these days. I need to just quit bullshitting and go. Um, there's plenty of homeless people in Nashville, yeah. And I mean, I'm sure there's probably homeless people here in Gallatin too, but you just don't see them. Yeah, that's pretty nice, Norma. 74 is a good temperature. Yeah, $16. Like I remember when that used to be like damn good money. Like my first pipeline job, that's how much I made, $16 an hour, and I thought I was rich because I went my like I worked at when I was in high school. I worked at Burger King and I made minimum wage. I made $7.25 an hour. Yeah, I'm only about a half hour from Nashville. I mean, my family's only from like an hour from Nashville. We're like straight down Interstate 40, but here in Gallatin, I'm not like I'm northeast of Nashville, so I'm about 30 minutes away. Yeah, yeah. If you want to pay rent and a car payment, you better be making $30 an hour. Exit 87 in West Tennessee off I-40. You know where Henning is, D? Henning, Tennessee. So Cookeville, where I'm from, is exit 287. So I'm from 200 miles away from. I'm 200 miles down the road from you. I was in prison there in Henning at West Tennessee State Penitentiary. That's where I learned to be a moonshiner. I've been there. I've definitely been there. I'll tell you all a crazy story. I was in Ad Seg in Trenton. I might have even told this before. I'm probably going to tell the same stories a million times because I forget what I've told you and what I haven't. Randy Carey. Um, Trying to think of that old man Randy's name. I was in West Tennessee with him, but I don't think his last name was Carey. Oh, I'm friends with him on Facebook. Popcorn. Did you know I have a tattoo of him? Old Marvin Sutton. Kind of looks like Waylon Jennings a little bit. Can't really see because I got hairy arms. But yeah, that's Popcorn Sutton. But yeah, one time you're talking about something tasting like shit and eating it anyway for being hungry. I was in Ad Seg for like over a year, and they take away your commissary, so all you get is what they give you to eat, and you get hungrier than shit in between meals. And they pass out these bologna sandwiches, and like the meat, it looks like it's made out of plastic, but it was like one of them plastic bologna patties with two pieces of bread and some lettuce on it. And I took a bite out of the sandwich, and a big, huge cockroach, like that big, crawled out of the sandwich and ran across my hand. And I still ate the sandwich. Oh, no kidding. That guy, he was on After Prison. He got his start on Joe's channel, right? On the After Prison show. I messaged that dude from Lockdown 23 and 1. He never messaged me back. Yeah, you think that, but it's easy to say. But when you're starving to death, you do some wild shit. Yeah, I've been there. I know what that's like, getting fed at 4 o'clock, 4:30, and having to go till 4:30 the next day with no food. I I'll tell you another story. I was so hungry. I went to sleep and I was dreaming that I was at like a picnic and my whole family was together. My grandma, my grandpa was there, and my aunts and uncles and all my brothers and mom and dad, and they were barbecuing chicken. And I could just smell it. I could smell it in my dreams. And then all of a sudden, I was still dreaming, but I wasn't at the cookout anymore. I was back in jail, and all I had was some instant oatmeal. And I took a pair of old socks, and I don't know how I had scissors because everybody knows you can't have scissors in jail. But somehow I had a pair of scissors, and I was cutting up the socks with scissors and like shaving them down and cutting it into like a powder. I was chopping up socks with scissors, and I put it in my oatmeal and stirred it all in the oatmeal, and I was eating my socks in a dream. That's how hungry I was. I was dreaming about eating my socks because I was just trying to make more food. You know what I mean? That's hungry. That's when you know you're hungry, when you're dreaming about eating your socks. Yeah, I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds. I love these. I love the hell out of them. They're probably terrible for you, but this is like Walmart's version of Propel. And Propel, they have a watermelon Propel, but they they don't sell the packets. They only have it in the bottles. But you can buy watermelon flavored packets at Walmart, and they're only like 25 cents a piece. Uh, I should have like a 25-year-old kid now. Let's see, what am I, 43? So I was 20, or maybe about 21. So I don't know, 20 something. I should have like a, well, thank you. I should have a 20 something year old offspring. Oh, and this is crazy too. Remember, guys, you guys remember, or maybe you don't, that I went live when I was at the Nashville Horror Con when I met Bam Margera and Mick Foley a couple weeks back. I went to like the psychic medium, and the lady was like, "Did you have a child that died?" And at first I was like, "Nah," but then I was like, "Oh wait," because I don't think about it that much anymore. It kind of messed me up for a little bit when I first heard about it, but like my girlfriend told me about it like 5 years later. She was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, you got me pregnant 5 years ago, and I aborted it." Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, Joanna. But I'd be lying if I know that it's got to be hard having kids, especially in like with the world like it is. But sometimes I just feel like, what is life for if you're not gonna like procreate and leave something behind, like leave a legacy, you know? So I'd be lying if I said I didn't kind of want to have some, and I feel that too, because really kind of one of the reasons that I never had kids. Like one of the reasons is because I wasn't living right. I'm messing around, messing with drugs and stuff, uh, and I was afraid that I wouldn't be a good father. But I know that if I would have had a baby back then, I would have never went down like the path that I went. I never would have got into drugs like I was. That probably would have saved my life. Um, so the psychic medium, she asked me, she said, "Did you have a child that died?" And I said, "No." Um, and but then that a little light went off, and I'm like, actually, no, yeah, I did. Uh, I got my girlfriend pregnant, and she aborted it, and then told me like 5 years later. And yeah, me either, Joanna. It's kind of hard to find this day and age. Most of the girls, they just want to sit and take filtered Snapchat selfies of themselves and see how many dudes they can get to tell them they're pretty. Um, but I mean, dudes ain't much better, I guess. All they want to do is play video games and smoke pot and cheat. Um, she okay. Well, you really want to know what else she told me? Um, and this, I really don't think I believe this, but she said that I was gonna be like famous one day, and she said that I was gonna be like touring around and giving speeches in prisons and schools and become a motivational speaker. Uh, but that would be pretty sweet. I mean, I really don't care to be like famous, but it would make me feel good if like a lot of people were like, "Bro, you changed my life. Like you made me not want to be a criminal." You know what I mean? If I could affect people in a positive way, I would feel like my life has purpose. What's up, Dan? How are you, bro? Yes, Norma, that was recently. This was about a month ago, I guess. It was at the Nashville Horror Con. Right? Well, I heard that. Me too. Living the dream. I wish I could just smoke pot and talk on YouTube though and get paid. If I could make if I could make the money I make at my job doing YouTube, I would totally quit my job and just right. Yeah, I kind of hope she was too. But the one psychic lady in Chicago, man, she told me everything she said came true. But the last thing she told me is she said you're gonna come back from it, um, and it sure would be. She said she said your life's gonna be ripped apart in the middle of August. You're gonna think about giving up. You're not gonna give up. You're gonna come back from it. It's not gonna be overnight. It's gonna take some time, but you will come back from it, and you're gonna live a happy life and have 3 children. No, YouTube's definitely not guaranteed money. I mean, it seems like like Joe Guerrero ain't even really making money. Like he's always talking about how fucked up he is. Like, and he's got way more of a following than I feel like I would ever have. Well, I know, right? So that lady Diana, the one that I made the video about, the Strawberry Moon Goddess video, she she talked about me and her just going to Chicago and like walking around and trying to find that lady. And I told her I'm down for it for sure because she has 3 kids, you know. And I don't know what really happened with her, but it was like real crazy for a little bit, and then it just kind of fell off. So I don't really even know that much about Mr. Beast or dirty money flowing into channels doing such. I heard a little bit about Mr. Beast. He was some type of YouTuber and he got caught like messing with kids or something, right? Exactly. Yeah, that's one thing I got going for me. I got $500 a month for my rent, about $150 for my cell phone and internet, $100 for car insurance, and then I got food and gas. Who's that one dude? Like I this somebody showed me this real crazy video about this dude that makes like these little kids movies, and there's like a video of him like pooping all over his friend or something. Mister, so it ain't Mr. Beast, it's something else, right? I do send a bunch of money to people in jail. I do that. I send them books and send them money, and not just one or two people. I've got a whole bunch of people. You're definitely right about that. I do spend a lot of money on people that are in jail, and I probably should like cut back on that. I just sent Kai $50 like 2 days ago, because it's his birthday. He didn't ask me for nothing, but or wait, yesterday was his birthday, but I sent him $50 2 days ago. Hmm. Yeah, I believe that. I definitely believe in karma. I call it the law of return, but it's the same thing. We got 18 people up in here. Yeah, I try my best. I do. Do I gamble? Not really. So I was actually thinking about getting into it though, because if you guys just came in, like you probably didn't hear, but there was a guy that called me earlier, and he is a gambler, and he I was telling him about Chat GPT. So I asked Chat GPT, who to bet for in like the college football games or whatever, and it told. So he had this girl was supposed to put $250 and place two different bets, and she didn't end up doing it. But anyway, Chat GPT was right off of $500, off of $250 bets. They would have paid 1,000 each. So that kind of got me thinking, like, damn, maybe I should. But I don't think I can, because like the phone will pick up your GPS location, and I live in Tennessee and we don't have casinos here. Like, I don't think we do anyway. If we do, they're only like for Native Americans or something, and we don't even have that because people go to like Cherokee, North Carolina, to go to the casino. Yeah, you can't trust a lot of people anymore, but yeah, I am a real trustworthy dude, and not even to like my friends, but like to everybody. Like I just don't believe in screwing people over. Like that song that I've been trying to learn, it's in a whole other language, so that makes it kind of hard for me to learn, and I just never have any free time. But I listen to it at work sometimes. It's called uh, it's called Helvegen by Wardruna, and it's basically like a Viking song. It's Helvegen is the road to hell, and it's saying like, who shall sing me in my death sleep, sling me like the road I walk to hell is cold, so cold. When they say hell, they're not really meaning like the purgatory. Like hell is just like the afterlife. Uh, but anyway, it says, a man's reputation lives forever. Cattle die and even you die, but your reputation never dies. So I don't want to. I mean, I know our puny little existences of 100 years. If you're super super lucky, most people only live to be like 60 or 80. But it'll all be forgotten soon enough. But I feel like what you do in this life, every word that comes out of your mouth, you're gonna live forever. I believe in the Akashic record, so I want to do right. Yep, a lot of people go to Tunica, Mississippi. And on Facebook, she always wins. She probably doesn't put when she loses. Yeah, they're building one in Tellico. Oh, no kidding. Um, so I did. I became like super good at chess. I became super good at poker, uh, and I became super good in at Scrabble. The Akashic record. The Akashic record is basically everything that has ever been done or ever will be done is all like recorded in something called the Akashic record. Like if you watch that movie, what's the third part to the vampire trilogy? The Anne Rice Interview with the Vampire, Queen of the Damned. That's her name in there is Akasha, and I'm pretty sure that comes from the Akashic record. And I think that's what like Edgar Casey was tapping into, like when Edgar Casey was a world renowned psychic from Hopkinsville, Kentucky, and I've studied him a lot. But yeah, the Akashic record, check it out. Akashic. Akashic. Yep. New York definitely has casinos. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I did gamble in the county, and I stayed the whole time. I kept like $100 worth of ramen soups in my box at all times. Like I always just cleaned house on the poker table. And but then when I got down to prison, like all like these bloods, they're like, "Oh, I heard you can play poker. I heard you can play poker." And like there was a couple times, and I would say like, "Look, I don't want to take your money, and then you know what I mean. I don't want to have to fight over no freaking ramen noodles. You know what I mean? Or kill somebody. Even worse than that, when somebody don't want to tries to tell me I'm beat and they don't want to pay me when I beat them. And I remember this one blood dude, like he just begged and begged and begged and would not take no for an answer. So I'm like, all right, you want to play? Fine. And I cracked his ass for a couple $100, and he paid me. Another time, this Crip dude, he kept wanting to play dice, and wouldn't leave it alone. So I just, it was maybe 10 throws of the dice, and I had him by a couple hundred. And he kept saying, double or nothing. And I just won every time I threw him. And I used to tell him, like, bro, I got good, like I got good luck. You can't fuck with me. But yeah, for the most part, I didn't gamble. Just rarely, just once or twice. You know what I mean? And then actually, I did go. I went to Cherokee Casino a couple of months back, or well, I guess it was almost a year ago now, probably. And my mom kept saying, "You're gonna go lose all your money. You're gonna lose all your money." And I said, "No, I'm not." I said, "I'm taking $100. I'm gonna buy in the poker table with $100, and if I lose the $100, I'm gonna get up and walk away. I'm not gonna lose no more than $100." So I go down there, buy him with $100. In like three hands, I had $300. So I played like three hands of poker. I was up $300, and I was like, I'm not gonna go back home and tell my mom that I lost my $100. So I cashed out the 300. I was up $200. I came home and I was like, I won $200, mom. But I like my friend that I went with. He stayed up all night long till like 6 o'clock in the morning at the poker table. I played three hands. I came up $300 and walked away and went back to the room and played Nintendo Switch. I played Zelda all night while he was at the poker table. Oh yeah, them carnies, man, they're trained to rip you off. Like that's a big scam. All those games are fucking rigged. But I'm really good at chess, man. Uh, I wish. Or do any of you guys play chess? If you do, you should like challenge me on a chess app. Because I've only known one person in all the people that I've known that play chess, which is probably in the hundreds. I've only known like one person that I can honestly say like that dude is like I'd never beat him. Like he was better than me. But only one person in my life could I say was ever better than me at chess. Oh man, it's not really that bad. So I just started playing chess out of boredom, in the county jail, and there was this young kid. His name was Zach Peterson, and I got him to like show me how to play, and it took me 90 days. It took me 3 months to beat him, and first time I beat him, he got all red face, and he was like, "You'll never beat me twice in a row. You'll never beat me twice in a row." And I was like, "Run it back." And I beat him again for the second time, and he was so mad. Like he got up and walked away, and like went and laid down, like he was so pissed off. But after that, after I beat the teacher, it took me 3 months to do it. But after that, it was on. I started cracking heads after that. But yeah, I would like to get in like a chess tournament or something. I I don't like losing either though. I can't even. I mean, I would you wouldn't have been able to tell it that bad, but I am kind of a little bit of a sore loser. Like I want to win at everything. I do play spades. Matter of fact, I had just won a spades tournament when they came and told me when my mom came to uh, bail me out, and like I just won 3 laundry bags of food, and I poured it all back out and gave it back to everybody. So I don't know the names of the openings uh, that you're talking about, but I always do almost always do the same opening, and if and that's how I can tell where a person's game is at is if they can block what I'm about to do. I always lead out with the pawn in front of the king, move it up 2 spaces. Um, yeah, I don't know if I could go on Big Brother or not. They probably screen for felons. They'd probably tell me I'm not allowed. I don't know why people get face tattoos, but yeah, I'm not gonna get no face tattoo. I got about everything but my face tattooed. This owl is one of my favorite tattoos. I was 40 years old and I had to beg my mom to get this tattoo. I was like, "Look, mom, just don't be mad at me." But I wouldn't get it like legit. Like I had to beg my mother to get this, and I was 40. And finally, she said I could, and I think my mom even kind of likes it now. She didn't want me to get it. Do you have any other tattoos? Um, that I don't like. Um, I can't really. I don't think. I mean, I guess there's some that I probably would like to redo. So I had my other grandparents on this arm, but me and Fred we got drunk, and they didn't come out very good, so they got covered up. But yeah, I think that owl is one of my favorite ones, and I like this owl too. That owl's super cool. Oh no, this one got totally covered up. Can't really see it. It's just like armor now, but it's like this arm is like armor. My I did have like my two grandparents here, but it didn't come out. Oh, what, my neck? Yeah, it's an L. It's actually white. It's kind of hard to see though. No, no, these didn't weren't in jail. So I got this in jail. And this is in jail. Uh, is that it? My right shoulder. Oh no, that's a Cadillac emblem. So back when I was young, all I would drive was Cadillacs, and I actually smashed off my finger at a Cadillac plant. I do have a moon on my right side. And I have a skull. So this is actually like my ghost coming up out of me. Like I felt like the world had thrown me away, and like my first trial, like those jurors, they sentenced me guilty after hearing the whole story. Like I couldn't believe that they could really take my life like that after they heard, what really happened, and they heard all the witnesses and everything. I ain't got no bolts. I actually don't have any type of. I mean, some people say that Thor's hammers are like racist tattoos, but they're not. That's a Thor's hammer. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, this is my go. That's me in the electric chair getting fried and flipping everybody off. And they're executing me, and that's my ghost coming up out of my body, that skull, to like come back and get revenge on everybody that did me wrong. But I was, I was like in a dark place when I got that. Like, I really am not a very like I don't wish nothing bad on that even though that prosecutor like lied her ass off to try to. Um, no, no, never got down with. I was never really a racist person, man. I mean, I'm proud. I'm proud. I like that I have blonde hair and blue eyes. Like I'm proud of who I am. But I never. I don't think anybody's better than anybody else. You know what I mean? I don't think that I'm superior or better than nobody. Yeah, yeah, it was. I did feel very abandoned. Like it was just crazy, man, because I had so many witnesses. Like there was an 80-year-old lady that took the stand in my trial, and she was the security guard at that hotel, and I didn't even know. I didn't even remember this. And luckily, I mean, she came forward. I guess like the investigators, were there at the hotel, like trying to gather information. And this lady came forward and said, yeah, he stopped at the front desk and he asked for somebody to escort him to his room. And thanks, Norma. And the prosecutor, of course, she tried to turn that around on me, and she's like, "Oh, so you mean this 27-year-old man needed an 80-year-old lady to back him up in a fight?" And she said, "No, that's just the thing. He didn't want to fight anybody, and those people said that they were going to be waiting on him to jump him. So he was afraid that if he hurt one of them, he wanted somebody to witness it to say that he didn't start it." And that's exactly what it was. I was like, I'm going to end up hurting one of these people, man, and then I'm going to get in trouble, and I'm going to be the bad guy. And like, I knew it. I seen it from a mile away. I knew that shit was going to happen. So like, I actually stopped at the front desk and I was like, I want one of y'all to come with me. So when these guys run up on me and I hurt one of them, somebody can vouch for me and say that I wasn't the one trying to do this. They were trying to hurt me. And but yeah, just things like that. There were 3 foremen from my job that came up to me like, "Oh man, we heard you got jumped last night. Like, do you want us to come there? We'll clean house. We'll all roll up in there and we'll fuck them all up." And I told all them guys, there was 3 different bosses at my job that offered to come to the hotel with me to fight them guys. And I said, nah, I don't want to fight nobody. Yeah, I was just talking about my friend Mumit. I'm probably the next video I do. I'm gonna, as soon as I get this OBS program figured out, I'm gonna put his motion up there, and I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna read it to you guys, and I'm gonna show you like they convicted this dude, convicted him of a murder, and he wasn't nowhere to be found. Like these 3 guys, they were Grape Street Crips, and Mumit he's a very high ranking Crip, but he's like rolling 60s. He ain't Grape Street. But anyway, these guys were like, we're gonna say, they called him True on the street, and they're saying we're gonna say True did it. And so all 3 of them got together, and that was their story. They said, yeah, True did it. And that was all that they had in his whole trial. They didn't have no murder weapon, no nothing. They had 3 dudes that lied and said that he did it when he didn't. And then all 3 of those recanted their statements and said, no, he wasn't there. We lied. But they still won't let him out. Charles Manson was a CIA operative. I don't know if you guys know that or not. Read that book, Chaos. Matter of fact, you're from New York. What do you know about David Berkowitz? You know that dude was like tied in with the Illuminati. Like he talked about like a group of like Satanists, and he still to this day says he's not the one that killed all those people. He was part of a satanic group who had like links to secret societies. I forget there's a documentary about it. It's called The Sons of Sam. Sons plural, The Sons of Sam. And Charles Manson had ties with that same church. It was like this. It was pretty much a satanic church, and they did human sacrifice. That's the type of shit I was talking about that's going to get me in trouble for talking about on the internet. Man, I've been on here almost 2 hours already. I appreciate all you guys, man, hanging with me. Yeah, that's crazy. I watched that documentary like several times. I love it too, Norma. Abby. I love you too, Abby. Abby, when's the next Sweat Lodge? Well, I'm glad you like my stories, Joanna. I got plenty more too. This Saturday, what are you going? I might just go without you, even if you don't go. I feel bad for not going last time because I told him I was going to come back. I really like that, man. Like, you are going. That's what's up. So I was like talking to that old guy, man, the old Indian dude. I'm going to go. And I was like, this is magic. Yes, ma'am, Deb. Thanks. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. You have a good night too. But yeah, I told him, I was like, this is occultism. This is magic. Like, we're praying to the four directions and the spirits, the angels. Like, it's so crazy how when you study like I've studied Hinduism, Buddhism, like Kabbalah, all of it, and they all get another prison jail call. Um, that's the only people that call me. I'm not gonna take this right now. Um, right. I'm about to try some like parasite detoxes. The friends of mine that came over with that boat, they were telling me about this pill. It's like some kind of blue dye, but it kills parasites. I'm gonna give it a try, I think. Um, but it's just wild how, like in the Brahmin religion, like Hinduism and Buddhism, like they teach you about the chakras, the wheels of light, and then in Kabbalistic uh, magic, there is the Kabbalistic tree of life. And the middle pillar, there's three pillars to it. The middle pillar is your chakras, and the very top is the Kether, and that's your crown chakra. And then you have Bina, Chakma. Bina is the form of creation, and Chakma is the force. So it's basically like the male energy explodes. You know what I'm talking about? And then the female energy, catches that explosion and creates the life and forms the creation. So you have the force and the form. But it's wild, man, when you start putting all the little dots together and you can see where it all comes from, like the same thing, like ancient occultism. All right, well, yeah, I'm gonna call them back, or I'm gonna text them in a second and tell them I'm gonna get off this live um before I take that. But yeah, Abby, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to it. Oh, we got the same ringtone. I think that one's called Interstellar. I got a whole other phone, like an expensive ass phone over there. This is a cheap phone. Um, but I guess I could put the same ringtone on this. But I, you guys remember I broke my phone a couple weeks ago? Well, I got a brand new one from the insurance, but I feel like I don't want that expensive phone anymore, so I put it for sale on Facebook Market. Somebody was supposed to meet me and pay me $650 for it the other day, but then they ghosted me. So I don't know how much longer I'm just gonna wait for somebody to buy it before I just take it out of the box and start using it. What time is the sweat lodge, Abby? Like 11, like last time? They start at 10. They start firing it up at 10 and they go in there at 11. All right, yeah, I'll try to make it earlier this time. I'll have to leave my house by like 8. All right. Well, I'm going to be there. I want to talk to those people some more. I like them. Abby, did you think I was going to tap out? Did you think that I would make it the whole time? Thank you, Norma. Good night to you, too. Thank you for coming. You thought I was going to tap out, didn't you? I ain't going to lie. At first, I know. I remember. I There was no way I would have died in there before I tapped out. But at first, my heart did start racing a little bit. Like I got a little bit like claustrophobic, and then like the heat and everything, and then like the pitch darkness. I had to definitely like muster up some strength. I would have sat with you last time, but you didn't make a spot for me. Yep, I sure did. I don't remember why I was so late. What happened? Maybe it was. I think maybe there was traffic or something. It's a long way. Well, I'm the chosen one, apparently. I really hate to get off here, man. It's always like this when I get on the lives and I got everybody on here. Like I don't want to let y'all go. I could sit here and talk all night long, but I gotta wash dishes. I gotta take my dog out. I gotta. I really need to like kind of get my mind. Matter of fact, damn, it's 7:30. I need to take a pill so that I can sleep good. I was so tired all day at work. Yeah, yeah, I thought it was super, super cool, Abby, and I'm really glad you invited me to that. Yep, you too. Hey, I love all you guys, man. Um, I'll be back. I know I always say that. I'm gonna try and start getting on here more. It's just hell when you work 60 hours a week. It's hard to get anything done. Really, I'm still trying to figure out this OBS. I guess that's what I'm gonna do. When I fall, I'll be falling asleep to that tonight. Oh yeah, I love to talk about sorcery for sure. Um, Matter of fact, this I was talking to the Indian shaman, the medicine man, about sorcery, and like like I told him, I'm like, this is magic. Like we're doing magic in here, and he pretty much he said yeah, and that's awesome. I love magic, but yeah, I guess I'm gonna get off here. I love all you guys, and I'll try to make it back on as soon as I can. I'd love to start doing this every night, really, but I don't know. That might be too much. Yes, ma'am. You too, Joanna. Love you back from Tennessee. You guys all have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy life. Yep. Be happy. Be a half glass half full person like me. Yep. Talk to you guys soon. Good night, everybody.